The last few days have been interesting. For those keeping score at home, I returned the woman in white to my house last week, but things haven't been the same. Her first visit seems like forever ago. It was like our honeymoon period. But she's changed. I wonder if me returning her to the woods after the first visit pissed her off somehow. She still wants me, does she ever? But the past few days, I was certain she was going to kill me. 100% certain. I'm surprised I still have a pulse and that I'm talking right now. I had prepared myself to let her kill me, and I was going to let her take me to whatever lays past the great beyond or whatever. I've done some shitty things in my life, and basically the last few months I've been a worthless sack of crap. Getting divorced, drinking every day, house is going to shit, slacking off at work. I certainly don't have much going for me. So when the woman in white chooses to give herself to me constantly, takes me actually, I'll gladly take it, even though the whole time it felt like I was doing something wrong. And this was before things got really, really weird. I had grown accustomed to her late night antics, stomping around the house, metal screeching in the basement that I still can't find the source of, the clawing and moaning on my bedroom door, but it was nothing compared to the last few nights. Saturday night, we made love. I didn't want to, but she pulled me into the guest room. And it was rough. I still have bruises and scratches on my arms and red handprints from her gripping my neck. As it was going on, I was waiting for a dagger to be plunged into my back. It didn't come. I kinda wish it had. That night, I'm lying in my bed alone in the dark. I hear shuffling around the hallway, and she stops outside my door. For the first time, she opens the door to my bedroom. It squeaks open just a couple of feet in the darkness. But I don't see her. I figure she's just messing with me, standing in the hallway while I pull the covers up to my eyes. Nothing happened. Not a sound. It was the longest 10 minutes of my life. Her hands appear at the end of my bed. I see them rise above my blanket and then gently pull the covers off my feet. I can't see her face. All I can see are her pale hands with the long fingers on my blanket. She's on the floor. The woman in white had crawled inside and had just been laying at the foot of my bed. I swallow as her fingers gently caress my feet. This sounds sexy and kinky. I can assure you that it is not. And then I feel her tongue on my toes. She is softly sucking on my feet. I don't move. I'm frozen in fear. She moans, but her moans turn into some sort of mix of labored panting or growling or something. I'm waiting for the bite, for the pain to shoot through my feet. It doesn't happen. She stops, giggles, and I hear her crawl under my bed. The sounds stop. She's under there, less than a foot away from me, lying on the floor directly below. If I focus hard enough, I can hear her breathing. She giggles once more, and then she makes a shushing noise, and she holds it for 5 seconds. And then there's silence. I lay with my eyes open for hours, until I mercifully fall asleep. When the sunlight streamed through my windows that morning, I cautiously lower my head to see if she's still there. The woman in white is gone. The guest room door is closed, and I don't even check to see if she's inside. I dress, grab my laptop, and leave the house for the day. I do research into the woman in white. Does she have a name? Was she even a real person? Where is she buried? I find nothing. I email and leave a message for our historical society, but I imagine that they don't work on Sundays. I dread going home that night, but I do it anyway. Everything is as I left it, and the guest room door is still closed. I slink by, waiting for the door to swing open and for the woman in white to grab me and yank me inside. She must not have heard me. I grab some beers, go to my bedroom, and I lock the door. I dick around on the computer and enjoy a few cold ones. But as the beers slide down my throat, 1, 2, 6, I'm slightly less terrified. If she wants to finish me off for good, I'll allow it. I unlock my bedroom door and I lay on my bed, just waiting for her. The woman in white is more active than usual. Maybe because I didn't make love to her that night. She's pissed. I hear her trashing my house, throwing shit around. I hear my TV crash onto the floor. She stomps up the stairs and positions herself outside my door. Her body slumps to the floor, and I take one more swig of beer. This could be it. Her fingers reach under the door crack and grip the inside of my door. She scratches my side of the door, up and down, giggling and moaning. It's unlocked. She's free to enter. I think she'd rather torture me. Despite the horrors happening 8 feet away, I look at my computer screen. I have one new email. It's from my wife. I haven't heard from her in weeks. Subject, hi. Hun. I'm sorry for calling you hun. I instinctively typed it. Probably out of habit, I think. I don't deserve to call you hun. Not anymore. But I'm going to leave it anyway. Old habits. I hope that's okay. It's been a long time since we talked. I hope this is okay that I emailed you. I just wanted to see how you were doing, and also get something off my chest. I'm scared, and I want to see you. Let me tell you why. I've been having nightmares every night for the past few weeks. They've been terrible. They stem from something that I did before I left a few months ago. I picked up a hitchhiker near town and I gave her a ride. It was a young woman in a white dress. I only drove her a couple of miles before she wanted to get out. I'm sure you know the stupid legend. Everyone does, right? But she's been in my dreams the last few weeks, and my dreams are far too vivid. I've been dreaming of her, that hitchhiker, and she's been hurting you. I've been telling myself how stupid the legend is and how I'd have to be an idiot to believe in ghosts. I'm not sure that I do, but I do believe in signs. I know I sound crazy. So whatever's actually happening, truth or legend, I do know that I've been scared. Scared for me and scared for you. And maybe my sign is telling me to see you, and that it's telling me to make sure you're okay right now. You probably are just fine, and maybe you didn't make it this far in my email. Maybe you already hit delete. And if you did, that's fine. I probably deserve it. But if you didn't hit delete, answer me one question. Can I see you? I'm not saying that I deserve another chance. I know that I don't. But if you wanted to see me again, let's go to the Boundary Waters. Do you remember how happy we were on that trip? It just felt so right. We can camp for a few days, just the two of us. God, this sounds so stupid. You've probably already deleted this, but I thought I would give it a shot. Let me know, somehow. But if you don't, that's fine. I do understand. And I'm sorry. The noises outside my bedroom door stop. The pale hands with the long fingers quickly pull back underneath the door and back into the hallway. The woman in white moves down the hallway, and a loud thump reverberates throughout the house. I know that thump. She has opened the attic door and the ladder fell down. I hear her climb the ladder steps, and now her footsteps are in the ceiling. They stop directly above my head. Silence. It's like she knew. The woman in white knew. The attic is where I keep all of my camping gear. I don't even consider another option. I don't think I even finished reading my wife's email before I had made up my mind. I was going to Minnesota. I grab a flashlight from the drawer and enter the hallway. The house is eerily quiet. I ascend the ladder steps one by one, and I try the light when I get to the top. Of course, the bulb is dead. I shined my flashlight around, waiting for a hand to grab me from behind. I readied myself for the cold fingers to grip my neck, maybe snapping it for good this time. It would be almost like poetry if I died tonight, after reading my wife's email. She had seen the woman in white first. According to legend, I was the one that was supposed to die. And I probably deserved it, for taking that woman into my house and allowing her to do things to me. Toying with her, in a way. I didn't have to take that woman in white home with me. But I did anyway, and maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. Hell, more than maybe, it definitely wasn't the right thing to do. I ducked my head and moved cautiously on the wooden beams. My light falls on the old camping gear, tent, pack, pots and pans, everything. We had registered for all this stuff when we got married, and I hadn't looked at it in years. I smiled. And next to the gear, lying strewn across the beams, was the dirty white dress. I rotated around, shining my beam everywhere. The dress may have been there, but the woman was gone. I shoved things into the bag, and I slung the heavy pack over my shoulder and dumped it into the hallway below. And then I tossed down a few more items. I didn't touch the dress. I just left it in the attic. I packed up my clothes in record time, loaded up the car, and I was peeling rubber before I had a chance to change my mind. I'm typing this from a hotel in Ellie right now. I'm on zero sleep. The northern air feels crisp and heavenly, exactly as I remembered it. I emailed my wife, and I told her that I was here, waiting for her. It's morning now, so I'm not as afraid. Did the woman in white follow me here? I don't think so. I even passed the spot on that old country road on my way up here. I thought maybe she had vanished from my house and returned to her usual spot. Her home, in a way. But she wasn't there. I kind of hoped she would be. I just sped on past. I keep looking outside at my car in the parking lot, thinking the woman in white was actually in the trunk the whole time, or maybe she was hiding in the back seat. I'm waiting for the car door to creak open and for her to step out. But I really hope that doesn't happen, because I don't want to see the woman in white. I want to see my wife. I want to see her in a place that's filled with beautiful memories for the both of us. I still don't know what to think. She's been wrong, and God knows I've been wrong. But maybe we can move on. Maybe we can bury the past. I'm not sure how long we're going in. 3 days? 4 days? I'll try to update when I get out. I think I'm going to walk to the gift shop and buy a new moose keychain. I never did find my old one.